So if you're looking to automate your work, to speed things up,
Yeah.
you've definitely run into the big names. We're talking Zapier, Make, and of course n8n.
Right, the open source one.
And their marketing is, I mean, it's just brilliant. Zapier claims they have 7,000 integrations. Make talks about this huge capacity for operations.
And EAN offers that promise of, open source freedom. But as we dug into the sources you sent, our real mission became clear.
Which was what exactly?
To figure out how these platforms are really designed to extract recurring revenue, no matter what that initial price tag says, we started calling it deceptive counting.
Deceptive counting. I like that.
Yeah, it's where the platform's internal logic, its own math, just multiplies your actual usage. It
Yeah.
ensures you're forced to upgrade way faster than you'd expect.
Okay, let's unpack that. Let's start with the big one, Zapier and this multiplier effect you mentioned.
Sure.
Their pricing, it looks so simple. A professional plan might be, what, 20 bucks a month for 750 tasks? How could that possibly get expensive?
And that's the hook, right? But here is where the trap is. It's that every single step in your workflow, it counts separately.
Wait, not the whole automation from start to finish.
No, not at all. Think about a simple process. Checking inventory, maybe formatting some data, sending an email, updating a spreadsheet. Let's say that's 9 steps.
Yeah.
That's 9 tasks. Not 1. 9.
That feels like an insane multiplier if you're doing any kind of real volume.
It is. The sources showed one business processing just 200 orders a day.
That's not a huge number.
Not at all. But that single inventory automation, it was burning through 54,000 tasks a month,
Wow.
which, instantly pushes them way past the cheap plans. That one workflow could easily become a $17,000 annual bill.
For one automation. That's incredible. Okay, so Zapier gets you on the task count.
Yeah.
What about Make? Their entry price seems much lower, maybe $9 for 10,000 operations.
Mixed strategy is a bit different, but the goal is the same. They basically monetize the time your workflow spends waiting. We call this the polling trap.
The polling trap, so what is that?
Yeah. Every time your workflow checks to see if new data has arrived, like checking for a new email, that counts as a paid operation.
So even if nothing happens, you're still burning through your quota.
Precisely. Let's say you have a workflow checking your email every 10 minutes.
Pretty standard.
Right. That alone consumes 144 operations every single day. Over a month, that's 4,300 operations just from polling.
Before any actual work is done.
Exactly. Now imagine you have 10 of those workflows running. You've just burned 43,000 operations.
And you haven't automated a single thing yet.
Not one.
Which brings us to n8n. This is supposed to be the escape row, right? The free open source license.
Yes. And that leads directly to the hidden infrastructure trap.
So the software license is free, but
But running it in a professional, reliable way is not. You need significant hosting infrastructure. You're looking at $40 to $80 a month just for the basic server.
okay, that's not too bad yet.
But then you add security. You need SSL certificates for encryption, a web application firewall to block attacks. You need encrypted backups.
So it sounds like we've just moved the billing from their company to, well, to ourselves. And we've also taken on all the labor.
Absolutely. Your free solution can suddenly cost $200 to $500 a month. And if you're not a DevOps expert, you might need to hire one.
And that's a huge expense.
It's an $80,000 to $150,000 a year salary. In fact, n8n's own documentation basically warns you that if you're not an expert, you could cause data loss or security issues. They recommend their own cloud hosting.
So it's not just that the pricing is confusing. It's that once you're in, the sources we saw suggest there's very little recourse. We found reports that Zapier is actually getting rid of refunds entirely after this summer.
And with Make, users report that support can take weeks, and they often just blame the user for bugs in the platform.
It's like the per support is part of the strategy.
It reinforces it. Once your business relies on an automation, you're trapped in that expensive model with no way out.
So wrapping this up, what does this all mean for you? All three of these platforms, they do automate workflows, but they seem designed to extract money through these deceptive counts, hidden costs, and just plain poor policies.
The critical insight here is this. They aren't just selling you automation. They're selling the opportunity to be micro-billed for every fraction of activity, or even non-activity.
So the final thought for our listeners.
When you're evaluating any software, you have to ask yourself, is this pricing structure actually designed to solve my problem? Or is it just cleverly engineered to harvest the most recurring revenue possible? Always, always question the incentives.